Hi, it's Cindy Fodor here. I know I'm popping on very late. Promised that I would get this video to you this week. So this is my Technique Thursday, very late. But I want to show you the use our silicone pad. So I this and going one direction and be able to stamp in the opposite direction. How I'm finished that. Which is a celebration set. You can earn a $50 purchase just for that one product that I'm showing. I showed this in my video on Monday, all the fun things that you can do with a silicone pad. And I haven't even like touched the bottom of the barrel yet, but I wanted to show you how to do, I think you could call it almost a kissing technique, but it's a mirror image. So let me get started with that, and then I will show you some other samples here that I have, okay? So basically what I want to do, well, let me just point this one out. So with this one, both of these animals are going in the same direction. And this is me and my older brother, who is now passed. But this is me, and this was him. He was always in my face, getting me all stirred up, and then I would try to smack him, and he'd run away. And he was just too quick for me. So that's me, like, being really annoyed at him. Oh, Rip David. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to show you how to do these two donkeys right here. So we're not going to use me this time. All right, so basically what I want to do first is my mirror image. So I'm going to do the one that's going the opposite direction because it's going to be easier for me to line up the other one. So what I'm going to do is just have this in place where I think I want it. And I'm just going to look at my paper placement so that well, it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to put my paper back in the same spot. But I do need to move that for now. So I'm just going to turn it over like this so that I know right where it goes. And I'm going to ink up my donkey. And I guess I should just make sure that, you know what? I think I forgot to check oh my goodness, it's working. Hallelujah. I always have to check my audio to make sure that it came on when I plugged it in. Okay, I'm seeing it. Good. And there's some of you here late at night. Hey guys, thanks. I am playing late tonight. Okay, so I've inked that up. Now I'm just going to close that, and I'm going to stamp it right onto my silicone mat. I don't want to push it real hard. I just want a nice clear image. And now you can see it there. Now I'm going to just turn this back over. I'm going to lay it down. And I'm just going to take my fingers and just smooth over that area. What I'm doing now is transferring that ink back onto my paper. And now I've got my perfect donkey. Isn't that cool? All right, so now what I can do, and of course I didn't bring any wipes. Oh, I have a very dried up, probably purple cleaner. I'm just going to get that off of there so that I don't smear it. It doesn't dry on there, obviously, which is why it works well. And now I can put him back, or my paper back here. And I could clean that off. I'm just going to be really careful not to put it down too far. And I usually just get my head in here and just move this around. As you can see, because this is stamped now, I can see where I want this one to go. All right, so I'm just going to scoot that over just a little bit more. And now I need to ink him again. And now I'm ready to stamp my second one. And voila, we have kissing donkeys. Okay? I hope you like that technique, quick and easy. Just really makes it nice to, there's so many times, I'm sure, where you're like, I wish this bird or this animal or something was facing a different direction, and now you know how to make that happen. Okay? All right, so let me just set this aside. I wanted to point this out. I'm trying to do this week because of my 25th anniversary. I'm trying to show you a ton of items under $25, and the silicone mat was one of those. I do want to show you another one, which will be coming up, and I'm not recording this in the party because I don't want to confuse that for tomorrow night. I want that video to just be easy to find. So I'll be posting some more pictures and engagement things over the next 24 hours before the party. But anyways, I have so much to say, and I want to say it so fast before you guys go to sleep on me. So, but anyways, another item that's going to be coming up is our watercolor pencils, and I just put them in my case here. I just cut the box open and stuck it inside of our stamp case. And so this is our watercolor pencils, our first set, and then we also have a watercolor pencils assortment too. I think it's a couple less. You don't get quite as many, but it gives you a lot more colors to play with. I am just using the ones in assortment 1, and I also am able to stick my blender pen in here. And the blender pen is another item that's under $25. Mostly, most of the stuff I'm telling you about is under $10. But yeah, blender pens work great with these. Now, I will tell you that this card, I did use our blends when I colored it. And I love those. I cannot say enough about blends. I use the blends on this one as well. Our alcohol markers. But I did want to show how a lot of you might have the pencils, and it's really easy to color with those as well. I also wanted to make sure that I pointed out the designer paper that I'm using here is some of the designer paper that is in the new, it's going to be in the new catalog. But you can get it for free right now, this month yet, during celebration when you sign up to be a demonstrator. So 200 sheets of this, like one of every color that we have, you will get two sheets each of 4 different designs. So front and back are 2 different designs, and then another sheet that's front and back 2 different designs. So I've tried to show you the designs here. So this is one of the designs. This this checkered, cross-checkered is another design. These little stripes and dots is one design. And then this one I've cut down so it's a little hard to see, but they're little, almost like little hexagons next to each other. Really, really pretty. So these colors are all from the neutrals, and then I pulled out some from the, I think this real red is in the Regals now. I can't remember. They moved it around. So, anyways, Chris, I'm Debbie. I'm so happy that you're with me tonight. Thank you for commenting and making me not feel all alone here so late at night. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to point out? Oh, I did use this. This is one of our lace doilies, another item under $10. It is a vellum doily, and I inked it up with early espresso ink because I wanted it to really show up. It has been sitting here and it is not dry, so I will be putting some clear powder on and heating that so that it doesn't smear, because vellum, excuse me, ink on vellum does not dry really quickly. Okay, let me just see. Wow, I think I told you everything other than showing you how to color. So what I did with this donkey, I colored this with these pencils. Basically, I used 3 colors. I used early espresso, basic gray, and basic black. So I just came in, and when I color with pencils, I go like this. It's really smeary looking, but I want to just show you how quick and easy it is. My daughter-in-law was telling me that she had a, one of those coloring books or whatever, and she just hated using colored pencils. And I don't know that she has our colored pencils, but I showed her how ours work when you take a blender pen to it, and I gave her one. So I have to ask her to see if she was able to make that work. Now, of course, ours are watercolor pencils, so that they are made to actually blend the color together. And you can see how actually awful this looks. It looks like a kid a kid who's definitely really not very good at coloring. Probably my 3-year-old grandson colored it. But watch what happens when I take this blender pen to the color that I just laid down, and I can just blend this color all together. I can actually move it a little bit as long as your blending pen is fairly moist. You can actually move that color around and just lose all those lines that you just put on there. Is that cool or what? So how many of you have these and use them and have tried this before? I'd love to know if people are using these pencils. If you don't mind letting me know that, that would be awesome. Okay, so there's one fairly decent donkey. I think I would like a little bit more gray. And another way that you can use these is you can actually take your blender pen and you can pick up the color right off the pencil. And I sometimes will do that if I want it to be just a little bit darker. I don't know if you can see that. See how that goes on there? Just a little bit darker when you do it that way. And then I'm going to take my black and just throw some color on the hooves here, just to make them a little contrasted. I haven't looked at any donkeys lately, so, you know, I can't remember, but I know they're sort of grayish brown usually. Okay, so there we go. He needs a color on his muzzle, but I think I just want that to be gray. Let's just finish him. You know, I tend to not finish things on my videos because I don't want to bore you, but I know that you're probably all just winding down for the day. And then I'll just take this and clean it off on my scrap paper, my notepad, so that I'm ready to go for the next time I want to color or when I finish this guy. All right, so I hope that's helpful. Oh, good, Debbie. I'm glad I taught you something new. Oh, yes, I will hold it closer to the camera. Thank you, Chris. So hopefully you saw how horribly liney it was. Let me compare it to the coloring with the blends. I don't think that you can beat the blends with any coloring technique, watercolor or otherwise. There is just something that just gives you an amazing look, but not everybody can afford to buy every color of those. And with these, you have, like in this one, I think there's 13 colors, that in the other set there's like 9 or 10, and you can mix those colors together like I did here with the gray and the tan to get, you know, the gray and the brown to get a different shade. So you can do a lot with, you know, a smaller amount of cost. Okay, does that help? Hopefully you can see them. Okay, I think that's it. I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the event page that's in where you're at, well, I should say on my Facebook page, in the event is where you'll want to be at 8 p.m. You'll have to be there. You'll have to be commenting. I will have a bunch of fun stuff to show you. I will be doing some drawings, and then I will remind you about my ordering special and what you can get for free. So I'm excited to see you guys all tomorrow night. And thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate that. It was good to see you. Oh, Debbie, you're the only person without blends. I'm amazed. I don't think you are. I have one customer who tried them and she hates them, which it totally blows my mind. But yeah, they're the first thing I grab anymore. I just love using them so much. So, all right, guys, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.